those of you born from a earlier generation would probably remember lean back. Well, I lean far too back on my bank statement or on my credit card. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Yet another sneaker unboxing. I know I have been on a roll, but this is a classic that I absolutely had to add to my collection. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. I have content coming out every now and then, sneaker unboxings, vlogs, and so on. And at any point of time, if you like the content in this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's not waste any time. Let's lift the lid on this Air Force One. As you can see, a classic retro Nike box. You'd have seen this also in my Nocta video. It came in a very similar colored box. And since it's an Air Force One, I went down a half size. I got a US 8.5, which makes it a UK 7.5. And now let's lift the lid. All right. Ooh, nice. The butter paper has this embossed stars all over it, like you would see on the outsole of an Air Force One. Wow, that's quite nice. And it also says established 1982. Bam! The Air Force One Telesquad, or the Fat Joe Air Force One, or do we call it the Joey Crack Air Force One? Well, right out of the box you can see that it comes with a set of spare laces, which is black, whereas the shoe comes pre-laced with white laces. Now, I am a big fan of keeping on laces that match with the tongue, and I think on a black and white pair, I prefer the black laces. I know it's a very basic colorway amongst the other three colorways, but because I've been getting so much hate for my Panda Dunks lately, I thought I could get a substitute. These are my Panda Dunks. Obviously, you can see beaten, worn across quite a few travels and trips and all of that stuff. It's so nice and plush, unlike your regular inline Air Force Ones. The leather on this is quite nice. Whereas for the detailing, you have the JC, the Joey Crack. Some people also say it's actually his real name's initials. I don't know Fat Joe's real name, but how we know him is as Joey Crack. And of course, Telesquad. We have this nice retro Dubre. You normally see a rectangular one, but this one's kind of oval. It says Air Force One 82. You know, the Fat Joe Air Force One collab has had a rich history. I mean, this is the first time it's coming out, but Fat Joe back in the day had a friend at Nike, and he'd get his friend to make him pairs with the TS and the Joey Crack stitched on the back. And there were multiple colorways, and he would get a batch of them made for him and the crew. And I don't know if it's true, but apparently his friend at Nike got found out and lost his job subsequently. But man, that was like years ago. And Fat Joe, being a big sneaker collector and having so many associations with the sneaker culture or industry, I'm surprised it took this long for this pair to come out, because had this pair come out, say, 10 years ago, man, this would have been one of the grails that people would seek. But other than that, a regular Air Force One, you have your usual Air Force One outsole, the midsole with the air done right there, a contrasting stitch running through the midsole, black, white, classic. The tongue's leather as well in this pair, and it's the same leather as you see on these black panels. You have the Nike Air Force One. What's interesting is on the inside, the back of the tongue as well is leather, and the sock liner too, in this case, is leather. Whereas the insole has that nice plush towel kind of a feel to it. That's nice. You guys know everything that there is to know about an Air Force One. I'm now gonna slip these on feet to show you what they look like. In the meanwhile, you let me know in the comments, should I keep on the white laces or the black laces? I love how the laces are usually put in this bundle. It's a shame I'm gonna have to undo it. Call it my OCD or whatever. I couldn't bring myself to undo that bundle of black laces, so I've laced them up in white for now. You know, the funny thing is, during my trip through Amsterdam and Germany, I saw a lot of people wearing a black and white Air Force One. It looked so similar. Obviously, it's a color blocking that's the game changer, right? and it's got the same color blocking, with the only probable difference being that the swoosh was white and it had a black outline to it. And of course you don't have your Terrace Quad embroidery and all of that, but you'll have to do a double take because you'll be like, hey, is that the Terrace Quad Air Force One? Man, I don't know why, but I'm extremely torn. I wasn't enjoying the white laces, so I threw the black laces on, but then the black lace is just blending in with the shoe, whereas the white lace still has a vibe to it. And I was like, why doesn't the black lace look as good as my Panda? And then I realized that the tongue on the Panda is white and the sock liner is black, you know, so it's got that bit of a pop. Whereas here, the tongue is black and the sock liner is white. So, I have never been as torn with the laces. I think I'm gonna keep the white ones on. I wasn't enjoying the white laces, that's why I switched them over to the black. But now that I have the black laces on, I think I appreciate the look of the white laces a lot more. Well, here's a top-down view of the pair. I haven't worn an Air Force One in I think at least 18 months. My other two pairs are back home, so it's gonna take a while getting used to it, especially this toe box, because the other two pairs I own are the Rockefeller and the Acronym, and they're all triple white. Alrighty, that's it for this video. Thanks for staying all the way to the end, you guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.